Alright then, hello guys, welcome back to another stream slash YouTube episode. My name is Angel Rose, as you all may know, and we are back again with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now I know what you may be thinking. Goodness gracious, it's been a while since you played this game. And I do know that to be a fact. I know it's been a while. And goodness gracious, I missed this game. But the only reason why I haven't played it all that much is because, well, you know, whenever you have that moment when you're playing a game and you just don't want it to end, and you know that the end is coming? Yeah, that's me. We are approaching the end of the first half of this game, which means we'll be halfway done with the entire series. And I'm not ready to let it go. I don't want to quit this game. But I have to continue on with the series. I can't just leave you guys hanging. So, as you can see, we're going to be starting the adventure of the Unspeakable story. And as I've said in a few other of my streams, this case is long. This case is long. I'm not going to be able to do this entire case in a matter of one stream, because this will probably take me a good 8 hours with me talking. And I don't think everybody wants that. Nobody wants an 8-hour stream. I know that my first stream for this game was 5 hours, and then it went to 4, then 5 again, then 4 again. I was just all over the place. But this time, we're going to be having a fun time today. So if you guys are prepared for story, drama, and everything else in between, let us continue. Let us begin.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
So, we just gotta look into what we're getting into. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Which, that thing, I don't know what type of dog that was, but that dog was gorgeous. Even though it looked terrifying, still very gorgeous. Love it. So, our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. Yes, you have, Ryunosuke. You've done a great job being a lawyer. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course. Since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. A telegram, you say? I am rather interested. Who's knocking on my door? Oh, it's cute up here. That morning, I was woken up by the unreversed knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes? Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment. Am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said that she would make us breakfast this morning. Ooh, Iris is gonna make us breakfast? I bet Iris probably cooks amazing. Her cooking is probably great. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. I'm gonna call it that. Is that like a nod to Coraline? She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Susato, we don't have any cases, honey. Here we go again. So, we can actually talk with Susato, or we could just immediately go downstairs. And, to be honest, as much as I want to know what... Susato, actually, what do you have to say? The telegrams, Soseki... Oh, so these are actually important. So, yes, talk to Susato, don't be me. Don't be me and immediately try to ignore her. Okay, so, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Susato, are you gonna lie to me right now? You're just gonna lie directly to my face? Oh, hi, totally awesome dude one. Nice to see you. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. You're not gonna awkward silence your way out of this one, girl. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. Again, you're not gonna get out of that with me. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me that it was nothing. Same here. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. That's all you had to say earlier. Instead of making me go through all that. Jeez. So, let's talk about Soseki-san. I suppose Soseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. Oh, also, it's going great. I'm fine. It's a nice day. Actually, no. I take that back. No, I am not fine. It's hot out here. Goodness gracious. It's only it's like the 3rd day of spring, and it's like 80-something degrees out here. Fahrenheit, by the way. Sorry. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already. Or be just a few days, anyways. A fortnight ago, we've had a very long telegram from him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness? Oh boy, I've actually never been on a boat, so I don't know what seasickness is like. I imagine that it's probably terrible. Goodness gracious. But by and large, it would seem the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering. What might have become of Soseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zieks, the Reaper? Oh, he is not just the Reaper. He is... I'm not gonna... I'll save my fangirling for the actual trial. Yeah, don't fangirl yet, Angel. Don't fangirl yet. Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance as... Yeah, words. I can't speak. I haven't had my coffee this morning, so if I'm stumbling over my words, I'm sorry. And also, get used to it, because that's just the way that I am. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Oh, right, that. Yep, that nightmare trial with Willy Wonka's son. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Soseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably, that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Which would make sense, because Van Zieks rarely if ever leaves London. So, if he is the cause of all this, then you got nothing to worry about. He's staying here. Even though I don't actually blame Van Zieks, I don't believe that Van Zieks is evil. I don't believe that he's evil, and you cannot tell me that he is. The person who tries to tell me that he is, I will possibly be angry. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zieks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. What? This man hasn't been in court at all since the last time we saw each other? That plagues me. How are you just gonna appear in court, then disappear in court, and then reappear in court again, only when I'm here? Yes, since Saseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court several years, not even 7 years, I think it's like 15 long years he hasn't been here. So it's been me who has to face him in his recent spate of trials then? Ugh, just my luck. Indeed it is just your luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come to it. Sorry? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Girl, you can't say that and then just disregard. Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. Either way, we've talked to her. Let's go down to go talk to Sholmes and Iris. There's breakfast downstairs and I'm hungry. Honestly, I probably should have eaten before I did this stream, but I'll eat later. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. Hi, cuteness. What is that? Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Bruno? What's that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. No, that sounds like a cat having its tail pulled. Yes. You noticed that, didn't you? Who's playing Fortnite? What? Okay, I can fangirl now just a little bit. Senpai! Okay, I'm sorry. Hello. Hi, Senpai, are you okay? Are you okay? You look terrible. Hello, Mr. Sholmes? Good morning. A good morning to die, perhaps. I shouldn't be laughing at this, but... Sholmes, who hurt you? What happened, Sholmes? Tell me. Tell me, what happened to you? Who hurt you, and why are you sad? Oh, well, yes. Sholmes likes to stab his letters into the wall. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. I mean, I'll agree with him on the world part because, yes, but music is alive. Your mind is alive. You're fine. Dang this blanched existence. Oh, that is all, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I don't know why he likes to stab his letters into walls, but he just likes to. It's Sholmes. That's all we can say. We don't ever question what Sholmes does. It's just Sholmes. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. I don't like this. My senpai. Why are you sad? Oh. Wait, meow? Meow? Oh, kitty! Oh, there's a kitty! Wagahai! Oh, it's Saseki-san's cat! Oh, we have him too! Good morning, boy! That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there? What's with the cat door? But kitty! Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I mean, same, Sholmes, but no. I knew something looked different. Yeah, wait a minute, Sholmes' machine is gone. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. I would like a cat right meow as well, my friend, but sadly, my family's all allergic to cats. So sadly I can't have one, but maybe someday. Maybe one perfect day I'll be able to have one, and it'll be a possum experience. I'm very sorry, guys. I'm like the corniest person I know. I'm the corniest person I know, people. I'm sorry. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the drawn chorus. Its melanchant tones, or melisant, whatever, tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are unamused. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion! Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry, I'm sure we'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruto. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on man. Next, they unmercifully withdraw it. Sholmes, this is why you need to practice, honey. This is why you need practice. Everybody out there, if you're doing something that's really hard to do, keep on practicing and don't stop, because the minute that you stop, you're going to have to deal with stuff like this. And it's not fun. Oh dear. Ugh! Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin, for me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Well, Sholmes, your life. That's left. Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Oh yeah, your deduction, too. The missing machine. Yeah, let's ask him about that. Oh, hi, Yami. Hi, Yami. How's it going? Your desk looks rather empty today. Yeah, that machine's gone. Ah, well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into insignificance when compared to yours. Don't kiss up to him. That's my job. You'd struggle to not to notice, wouldn't you? Don't kiss up to the man. You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windy Banks now. I'm sorry, it's at a windy bank? Yes, Ryunosuke, it's at a windy bank. Nope, Windy Banks, the pawnbrokery. Pawn? What? You mean You've pawned that enormous machine of yours? Oh, Sholmes, are you that desperate for money, my guy? I can give you a quarter. Will that help? Yes, Yami. Iris is adorable. Love for Iris. Everybody give Iris some love. It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeserving. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. Yeah, you could have asked us. I'm sure Naruhodo would give you a quarter. I should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Well, hey, listen here, Yami. A quarter, a nickel, a dime, everything. Even a dollar. Actually, wait, I have $1. Sholmes, here, take it. Take my money. Take it. You need it. You need it. No. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How could it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. Oh, well, thank you, Yami. I appreciate it. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Also, yes, every single time that Sholmes is sad, I'm gonna read his voice like that, so it's gonna be great. Oh, what's there to understand exactly? So, let's get into how does pawnbroking work? Teach me, Sholmes. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to receive their things, using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Yes, Yami, teach us, Sholmes Sensei. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they will purchase another fine jacket. Oh, is my stream not timed perfectly? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry if it's not timed perfectly. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to fix that. I'm not the perfect streamer, so I don't know how to fix most problems, but I will look at them to see what I can change and what I cannot change. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So, whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Oh, well, thank you, Yami. Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Oh, Sholmes. Oh, Sholmes. Oh, so it's basically just Twitch being a butthole. Okay, I get it. I get it. It's fine. But, Sholmes, where's your violin? Hi, Iris. Also, back here, look at Iris's little area. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen, ever? She's got everything. Iris really is just amazing. Imagine being a 10-year-old doctor. She has, she has a PhD and everything. She's a doctor in medicine. She's smart. She knows how to make tea. She has her own little area and is able to pay rent. This is amazing. And she's only 10. Only 10 years old and you're this great. I wish I was doing stuff like this at 10. So this is where Iris puts her notes. What does it say today? The Boscombe Valley Mystery? The Boscombe Valley Mystery. Oh, so Iris is writing another book. Iris is writing more books too. And she's an author. Goodness gracious, Iris has big brain energy. She's got big brain time for real. Susato-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you can imagine. Ah yes, Susato. Cute on the outside, evil within. Can anybody actually imagine Susato doing a crime? Because I can't. She's too cute for that. She's like way too cute to commit any crime. Okay, listen here. My house doesn't even have a basement. I have my own room. I just live with a large family. And my family won't let me leave anyways. They keep on basically like barring me off like, hey, no, you're not ready yet. And I'm like, yes I am. Very ready. But I shall be leaving soon. I'm still studying my Japanese so I can go live in Japan, like I've always wanted. What? Excuse me, Joy-Con Drift, don't do that. So, let's talk about the kitty! Yes, Yoni. I can feel you doubting me right now. I can feel it from over here. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. Oh, that's his name, is Waggy. It would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten. Cats are unfeeling creatures, their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Yes, I just took a whole bunch of pictures of that. That's cute! Look at them! Look at this cuteness! Ah! Yami, I know that you doubt me a lot, so that's but it's the best friend thing for you to do. You're supposed to doubt me. But then you're all supposed to make me feel better about it, which we're still working on that. Aw, but little Waggy. I expect he would have taken him if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Yep. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Just like you, Iris. Meow, kitty! He really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you notice? You are observant, Runo. Look, I use this, my latest invention. Yeah, exactly. Yami, you don't know how to make people feel better. All you know how to do is doubt people and then just leave afterwards. But it's fine, I'm used to it. What is that? I call it the Cat Flap-O-Matic. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Well, it's a gun that can make cat doors, so... Iris is also an engineer. Yeah, realistic. Yeah, we'll call it that. Okay, whatever you say, we'll call it that. Well, yeah, that is true. She can make cat flaps wherever she wants to. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. Unconventional invention. How dare you? Okay, totally awesome, dude. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Huh? Oh, what was that? Waggy, what are you doing over there? Wagga hi? Kitty, no! What was that? Oh no! Wagga hi's tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy. Oh, come on, Kitty! Oh dear, Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? Sholmes! I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a mere is a more accomplished musician than I am now. Sholmes is down. This man, first he can't play his violin, then the cat just broke his violin. Oh, Sholmes. Oh, Sholmes, sweetie. Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives. Shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Okay, so actually, let's go look at Sholmes' violin real quick. Is it broken? It looks okay. Oh, the string's broken. So this is the violin, is it? It's a whoa, hold on one second. What's the name of that? A Stradivarius? Stradivarius? One of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Stradivari? Okay. I don't know names. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. I haven't had my coffee or my tea at all, so bear with me. I'm running off of like food I had from 2 hours ago and sugar. I happened upon it, covered in dust, languished in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. Sholmes, what are you doing buying stuff out of a back alley? The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. 55 shillings? Wow. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, isn't there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this planet's existence? No! There is none! Yeah, I don't know how to English, okay? I can't English. No English for Cameron today. Especially since, also, it's probably throwing me off because I was doing some Japanese studies. I've been studying more Japanese, and I just did like 2 hours of that. So my brain is still running off of Japanese words and Japanese lingo, so to say. So, sorry. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with the fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Hmm? What do you mean, Mr. Sato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes. The tone of wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Okay, Yami, okay. No. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then, what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Oh, Sholmes, you didn't even pick up a violin, honey. Oh my god. What? Okay, you two are just laying it on me, aren't you? You and your jokes, I love it. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You are quite right. Sholmes looks like he's about to cry. Oh my god. Look at his face. He looks like he has tears in his eyes. This isn't my faithful violin. So what, pray, is this piece of string flotsam? Or string flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then. Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Yeah, Iris, tell me, what's going on, honey? No, this isn't even a violin. So the mix-up, let's talk about it. What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windibank's until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Now Mr. Sholden's beloved musical partner. There's a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. No, Yami, stop. Stop everything that you're doing. Stop it now. No, arigato, thanks. No, there's only arigato. There's only arigato gozaimasu, and thank you. So you sent your beloved violins to the pawnbrokers in the hope that you would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea. No. Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windibanks mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. Yami, I swear, I'll cry. I'll probably cry from this. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw! A fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo? Never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle with you every time. Okay, so I got puns on my stream chat. I got puns up here from Sholmes. I got one of my friends mixing English and Japanese together. What more can we have? This stream is chaotic, but in a good way. Welcome to the chaotic but amazing stream, guys. But earlier you just told us that you could think a pawnbroker is extremely secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Pressing your copy so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Windibank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Miss Susanna. Without a moment's delay. I'm just admiring Sholmes just a little bit because his hair is just so floofy. And also, I love Sholmes' theme. His theme is playing in the background. I love this theme. This theme is one of my favorite themes next to Iris' theme, Gina's theme, and even Van Zieg's theme. And even Cosmo's. Cosmo's theme I like a little bit, but Sholmes' theme has like top place in my heart. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with increasing bacon aspect, to fresh your egg even more obtusely? Alright, say no more, let's go. Nah, okay. Yami, please. I'm gonna cry. Oh god. Okay, so Sholmes, don't ever do that to me. if I'm eating food, never try to rush me out of it, because the minute you start rushing me, I'm going to start eating slower. I will take bite by bite. Oh, thanks, Iris. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the pawnbrokery looks like too. So, let us exit. We got to go to the pawnbrokery. We can go to Baker Street, which we're not going to go there now, but the pawnbrokery. And here we are, new place! The 15th of April, Windy Bank's pawnbrokery. There's a horse. And there's a skull. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Susato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression that you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. Ah, and Shalom's back in his detective outfit. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes! We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. Yami, I swear to God, I'm sick of you, but see, this is why I love having you around. This is exactly why I love having you around. You make me smile. Also, Sholmes is going to possibly beat up the pawnbroker and also beat up Susato a little bit. And it's clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging by the sparks of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. So that's Mr. Windybank. Yes, actually, his name is a reference to Sherlock Holmes. And in the Japanese version of this game, if you play with the Japanese vocals or voices on, he actually calls himself Sherlock Holmes. Which, I mean, I like it, but Herlock Sholmes is even better. I prefer that. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are potential customers, after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come! The fight is afoot! Yeah, Yami, of course. So this is Mr. Windybank. He is the owner of the pawnbrokery. And also, just because, possibly once we reach like the first to be continued of this game, we're gonna have a little bit of something extra here. So if you're still here by the end of the first part of the game, there's gonna be a little something special for you. A little something special. So we gotta talk about the violin. I want my violin back. Naturally, you'll recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. Sure, why not, Yami? A wonderful summary of our observation, Mr. Sholmes. So what do you gotta say about it, Mr. Windybank? I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me, an inexcusable mistake of a pawnbroker. There was only one way to make amends. Yes, holy crap. So, what's your way of making amends, my guy? What? Whoa! Yo, wait a minute, hold on one second. Whoa, we don't need that. I shall have to take my own life. No, put that down. Put it down. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? Sholmes, you can't smile while this man has a gun. If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. What do you mean a mistake? I don't know. What do you mean by mistake? And also, no, this is not the time to make jokes like that while this man has a gun to his head. No. It was you, sir. I already made this one. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. You did? And when I turned to convert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. Oh, so this is all Sholmes' fault to begin with. However, there can be no doubt the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or ground any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Put that gun down, boy. Put it down. Put it down. Whew. It would appear that the fight is over. That was, my God, my heart. I was about to say, the stream might have gotten a little dark. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition, now would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. Oh, Sholmes. Does Sholmes actually fall? Yes, actually he does. He does fall in animations. He falls flat on the floor. And also, Yami, what's happening? Yeah, that did happen. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. Mr. Windybank! You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my doors in the past. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes or such. Oh my God! So there's an unpublished story of Mr. Sholmes's. So Iris has an unpublished story that's over here. I want to read it. A new novel, and we haven't read it. Oh, Susato hasn't even read it. Forget, dude. You have to stop doing that. Apparently no. Mr. Windybank, this is his thing. Mr. Windybank always believes that if he does something wrong, he needs to just end his life, which, people don't do this. I don't care if you are going through the most. Don't do this. I swear. My God. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Susato. Susato Mikotoba. Before you die, you must tell me more. Susato, you can't just say that. You can't just say that with a clear conscience. Oh no. So, the unpublished story, let's move on. Oh my God. Hold on a second. I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Woo. Okay, I'm good. I must know more. Tell me everything. Oops, Susato's fired up. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day, the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Nothing, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript. Recounting the adventures of one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? My man said, ooh, I'm sweating. Indeed I do, for I'm confident it will be quite safe here. Whew. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that somebody doesn't want to talk about this? Ooh, Sholmes doesn't want to. I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings. Securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you. On my life. This is all very strange. Windybank, please put down the gun. This man holds up a gun to his head like it's nothing. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the East, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Haha, but you're splendid attire, man. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. You technically have, because I believe that 5 shillings is a lot less than 5 guineas, if I'm correct. If I'm not, then ignore me. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokers are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. I don't know what accent I just did, but roll with it. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If, in that time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. What happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop. As you can see, is the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months have passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Windybank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Oh, really, Sholmes? Do we have to talk about what you were talking about this morning? Exactly, says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. And that is a good lesson. Never ever talk about your own death so casually. Don't ever do that. Don't do it. Don't. Just don't. Everybody's got something to live for. Let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh? What sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? What was that deep sigh all about? So, the red-handed recorders. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2, just below the ceiling. I could see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. So it's a security camera. Here, I have an example I can show you. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Sholmes is advanced for, I believe, the 1800s. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be very exposed. But did you not say the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then, what if the incident were to occur between times? One could say that would be a cruel twist of fate. Oh, Sholmes. I must confess, your advice has been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winnebank? Surely there's anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You're most graciously placed not one, but 2 cameras in my shop, after all. Oh, what's your question? What is your question? I'm here to answer. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Well, good job, Sholmes. You have possibly made this man go broke. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heavens help us! Have I thought of a Five Nights at Freddy's mod, like, ever? To be honest, no, I really haven't, to be honest. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing! Thank you, Mr. Windybank. So, there's Sholmes's violin. It's very beautiful, I gotta say. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. Dude, put the gun down, please. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. Dude, that's... No. No. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you, then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. So, she is right, we can explore. We don't have anything else to ask Mr. Windybank, so we're not going to even bother with him, because, yep, it shows that... On my cursor, there's a check mark, which means that we've already talked to him, and there's nothing more we can do with it. What's this? Look at this! Look at this lovely, big, shiny box bee. I'm not gonna leave him. I'm not gonna leave him there, but... there's nothing more I can really do with him at the moment. That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've never seen one so large before. Okay. Sorry. But also, I love music boxes. Music boxes are amazing. They're just so pretty. The sounds that they make are amazing. I love music boxes. Shall we listen a while? What a sublime sound. It's like the music of the angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. Oh, really now? There's a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness, what a simple, delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently, with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Yes, I believe that my other OC would have to agree with you, Miss Wright. Mrs. Wright, she would agree with you there. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that again. Oh, well, hold on. Skip through. What's this? Now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating! It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence to me. Okay, so this entire area and this entire part of the game, you have to do a few of these parts where you have to be cross-eyed. So I'm also going to attempt it. So if you hear me start making random noises, that's me trying to go cross-eyed. Oh my god. Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once. Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Hold on one second. Wait, do I have it? Oh my god, that just hurt my eyes, but I need to see. I can't do it all the way. Aw, sucks. I want to be able to see too. If anybody else is cross-eyed in this chat, please try looking at this cross-eyed. Do it for me, because I can't do it and I suck. I can only go halfway. I can't go the full way. Aw, man. I wanted to... Or maybe I'll try again. Hold on one second. Come on, eyes, do your thing. Oh, it almost happened and went back. Okay, but I see what it's getting at. I don't believe it. Bet you don't. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. And this is how 3D glasses were born. Or even the VR set were born. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? Yes, Susato, 3D pictures are black magic. You heard it here, folks. It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, not too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh, Susato wants to learn now, though. It's Susato. What's this? Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch here, look. We're gonna open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing? No, nothing at all. We're not doing anything. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Gee, Naruhodo, I wonder. It has two little windows to look into, almost like a certain something over here. Yeah, subtly is not subtle. What's this? That's not a calendar you could easily miss, huh? The 15th of April. Today's the date. Actually, no, today's date is the 25th of March. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windybank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are fortified, you see? So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you must say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. Yep, so dedicated he's ready to lay down his life for it. And anything else of interest? Ooh, that's actually a pretty interesting idea. I like that. Well, you make sure that idea happens. And if it does, I'll look into it. So, we can't... What else can we look at? The door? I don't want it. Let me look at the stuff on here. What an assortment of things. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are fortified items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially, pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Ah yes, now you've explained it. I'm noticing a price tag on everything. So basically, if you don't take back your stuff, it's gone. Jeez, imagine if you were like 1 hour late from your date. Like, it's just, you're trying to get over there to the pawnbrokers at 11, and then it just hits 12, and he's like, oh, you didn't come back for any time, too bad. I'd probably cry. My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. What? Only a tuppence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I can't offer any more. Sounds like there's an argument. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Hey! Wait. Don't we know? I'm sure I recognize. It's Gina! Oh yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilder's trial 2 months ago. Miss Gina Lestrade is back. Yes, Miss Gina. I love Gina and her theme. We get to hear the epic theme. The girl with the smoke gun. Hi, cutie. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Hello, Mr. Strahd. I hope you've been well. Oh, she's already getting ready to shoot us. She doesn't trust us. Eh? What? You remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry coat, have ya? What is it about my black outfit that makes everybody comment on it? I mean, to be honest, I love Eastern school uniforms. I love them. They are so fashionable and cute. I love it. Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Also, if you look at Gina and Sholmes, tell me that these two would not be siblings. They look like siblings to me. I see. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I'll happily remove myself from your presence. Literally, this man just vanished from her eyes. I'm convinced that Sholmes can, like, teleport. I'm convinced that this man can teleport and fade in and out of reality. I'm convinced. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What's that thing he has in his hands? Some kind of metal disc. And you! Go on! Leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. You shan't be offended in the slightest. She's so cute when she's mad. Look at that. Whatever. So, Gina, what you doing here? Somehow, I didn't really think that you were the sort of person who would use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah? Well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. Is that a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your chivy chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo? No. Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Again. Alright, I see. I get you. I understand what you mean to say, Mr. Awesome Dude. Suppose sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade? But not this time, alright? I swear. That thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windibanks is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. No, Gina, I already know. I know. Shut up, Gina, I know. Gina, I love you. Shut your trap. Thank you. So, now we have to talk to Mr. Windibank. Mr. Windibank. So, Miss Lestrade's disc. Mr. Windibank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see? For use inside of a music box. In a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before. Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I promise you I'm not that stupid. The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played in the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us what the tune on the disc is. Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music boxes, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. So, we have a random music box on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it in a nutshell. That's a pack of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who's this he? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That doesn't worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ugh! So, Gina. What do you gotta say about Gina, my guy? She's been in before, of course. Little tattered... The little... What is that? Tattered Dumbledore? I don't know what word you just told me, but okay. I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time I met out. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc that she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs stored. Yep, that's dubious. The article in question would have been fortified at midnight, but as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. Little scamp's wearing it, ma'am. So, the overcoat. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn, if the girl can agree to a price. Or if the girl and I can agree to a price. Dude, if the... Wait a minute, but what if she gave it to... What if she handed it over? What if she handed it over with the jacket? Like, what if it was in, like, the jacket pocket? Then you should just give it to her. I'm confused. Though you said that Mr. Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which she returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little rough ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I'm sorry. I mean, I could stare. I'm a lady. I can stare if I want to. I can see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, didn't it? If you mean this disc, then yes. Exactly, ma'am. So, wait a minute. If it was in the pocket, that still belongs to her. Give it to her. And she immediately tried to pawn it? For quite a high price as well. Give it up already. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who just posited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me, old man. It's me, old man, ain't it? It is? Is it, Miss Lestrade? Do you have parents? Out of my way, please. Oh. Hello there. Nice to meet you. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. Hello. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with you yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How'd you know who I am? Yeah, who? Dude, how are you? Why are you freaking gorgeous? And how do you know who Gina is? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Okay, I can already tell that you're narcissistic. You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Oh, is this one of Gina's past hits? Oh no. Broker, Yes, sir? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my! Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needlessly to say, any music box discs too. No! You can't have it! You just can't! It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yeah, you're telling me. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. So, we have Gina here. However, we also have this dude who has the nicest white outfit ever. Gotta say, looking sharp, my guy. But, this guy, he apparently knows who Gina is. However, Gina doesn't recognize him in the slightest, so that's already sketchy. So let's talk to him. Picture Postcard Gentleman. That's his name. No, it's not. It's okay. I sort of know who this guy is, but you don't. If you don't, that's fine. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. I'm sorry, but what was that little dance he just did? What was that dance and what is this pose? Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Exactly! What was that dance? Oh my god, if I had a face cam, I would try to do that dance right now and possibly look stupid. Perhaps. Anyways, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Oh, here we go with more pun names. Yes, Mr. Eggert Benedict. I love it. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks. But that name is suspicious. Any guy who names himself after food is pretty suspicious. Who's playing Animal Crossing? Now, to the matter at hand. Again, what are these dances? What is this man? Just forget about his dances and everything. What is this man right here? What is Mr. Benedict? Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Yeah, so we're not gonna hand over this accusation. Gina, tell me, the gentleman's accusations. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman's saying... What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I never laid eyes on this dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago when I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Yeah, dude, are you getting robbed on the daily? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these black slum scoundrels. Or back scum. Come on, dude, you are, as much as a gentleman as you are, and as pretty as you are, you sound like the worst type of person to be around. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Urgh. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why is everybody thinking it's me? Just look at this dandy coat, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something? Huh? Come on, let's see it. Oh? I have evidence, naturally. What? Oh, this man knows what he's talking about. Oh, shoot. Evidence? What's this evidence, huh? Tell me about it. I need to know. Of course, you need only to consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Why? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. You are the worst pawnbroker ever. If you do not ask your people's names, that's stupid. Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their... Okay, then put a separate book with their names somewhere in the back room and lock it. Aside from losing brain cells about myself, I just lost a few brain cells listening to this guy. I just lost a few more. I can't afford to lose any more brain cells. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without a doubt. A watchword? Interesting. So the watchwords. So about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me, which is still stupid. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. Oh, don't call Sholmes out like that. That's just disrespectful. Don't do that. Don't do that. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes, now was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well, anyways. Anyways, we don't care about that. That's why I always ask for a watchword whenever accepting a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock the vault. The day of deposit, a description, and a watchword. Uniquely identify each item, and of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. Yep, so if he tells you the correct watchword, you take it. Or, well, you give back your item. Well, sorry, Gina. I guess you just lost your coat. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Ugh. Nah, I prefer you in white. You look way better in white. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pocket, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here's the disc for you. Just this one? Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another disc. Oh, so there's another disc missing. Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited in me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute! That disc! It's mine! Oh! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal! Oh, Gina, did you bite him? Oh, please tell me that you bit him. Please tell me that you at least got like a little nibble on him. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc. Ah, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those little sharp bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Oi, you take this. But me? Don't give it to me! If I hang on to it, they'll have nothing. They'll have it off me again. So you keep holding it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important? Yeah, what's up with this disc? Actually, I want to look at the disc real quick. Aside from the fact that there's blood on it. What's about? For McGill. Uh-oh. This is bad. Ooh. There's a little scrap of paper stuck on the reverse side of the disc. Look. And it scribbled a word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. Mr. McGilded! The man who's dead and deserves to stay dead, in my opinion. But it is Mr. Naruhodo, a name I shall never forget, for as long as I live. Please do. But why? Why is his name on this? So, this music box disc belongs to Mr. McGilded. For what reason, I don't know. Also, blood. There's a small amount of blood. The blood of the mysterious Mr. Edgar Benedict. Again, Mr. Benedict, I hate your name. I hate your name with every fiber of my body, but I also kind of like it. You there, in the black livery. Hand the disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? So, we have a choice to talk to either three of these people. We could talk to Mr. Windybank, Mr. Benedict, Gina, or we could talk to the man of the hour. Because I don't talk to these three. They don't actually give you any useful information. Talk to the man back here. Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Oh. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So, feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place, whilst you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, this 7% solution of caramel. So, Sholmes likes straight up caramel. He doesn't like chocolate with it, he just likes straight up caramel. Which, to be honest, I actually happen to like caramel as well. I love it. Or caramel, however you pronounce it. It's the right way, I'll just say that. Whichever way you pronounce it, it's fine. I don't care. I'm not a stickler for that type of stuff. but I love caramel. I put caramel in my coffee, actually, whenever I go to Starbucks. Pray, do you claim to not understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth did you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. My ears. Shelms. Poor Mr. Shelms, I feel simply awful for you. Don't feel that bad, he's fine. That my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. Yep, guys, it's that time of the Ace Attorney case. It is time for the deductions with our great friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows who will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman? What's the right thing to do here? Let's listen to it! Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gentleman's supposed to be there to help straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggard Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a incredibly encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon? The two sassiest men in the world face off. The first is this. The true reason for your visit as pawnbroker today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. I mean, speaking of hard-boiled eggs, I had some today. Hard-boiled eggs, a very controversial thing to like. Okay, sorry. Technical difficulties, my apologies. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That's precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. So here we go with another great deduction. The game is once again afoot. So, the mystery man's aim. What's his aim? First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into the pawnbroking today. You came to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. By that is most certainly a lie. But that is most certainly a lie. The truth is something different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is a staff recruitment flyer. So this man's looking for a job? The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement for this very shop. Oh no. So Sholmes believes that this guy is here for a job, which I don't believe in the slightest. The cane which you unwittingly clutch in your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years! The contradiction which I speak of is, of course... What? Sholmes, no, you had it! Oh no. And yet, a detailed analysis shows that the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hands, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all! What was that? You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? In your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind that rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding the riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Words. I can't English, sorry. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod. Is the broken handle of a shovel. Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. So, Sholmes is saying that he wanted to become an employee here to tunnel underneath the pawnbroker to steal stuff. That's, boy, so the great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let's continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd! You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbroker with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save such for faithful theory. For a that word's theory. What possible reason could I have to do what you say? Oh, but there is an ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this, and conveniently dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter, to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Sewer works. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? What, is this guy gonna ask, like, the Ninja Turtles for help? Is he gonna go find Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael to go help him? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you... I'm saying that you're about to go commit a crime. Burglary, sir. You're a thief. You devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of underground tunnels. Master plan?! What was that spin? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of the scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the banks? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. And naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. We never do. Nobody ever knows what Sholmes is talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Sholmes, you lost me too, honey. I'm kind of like, where are we going with this? Currently, the final stages of preparation will be soon underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Sholmes, you were really hammering it in that this man is going to go commit a bank robbery. I mean, shoot, I'd probably commit a bank robbery like that too. Not that I'd ever actually do that. Don't ever try to rob a bank. That's very, very bad. Very, very bad. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. To steal the Great Exhibition reserve funds. Well, Sholmes, honey. No. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. So, anybody else lost? Because I am, and possibly my reading was probably very off, because when you're talking for not even 2 hours yet, for an hour and 46 minutes straight, your words start to slur together. You're like, oh, blah, 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 words. So, Sholmes, come over here. We need to talk. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? An impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence. Well, you just, but you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly, in fact. Ah, and if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be only but one explanation for that, clearly, because the man is a criminal. What if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you revealed the secret. That's true! Sholmes, you've doomed us all! Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Oh, my life! I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice about confiding you in next time then, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, don't tell Sholmes your secrets. Don't do it. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. At least he can laugh at himself a little bit. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then, let us start once more, from the beginning. From the top, y'all. And this time, instead of the great deduction, it is the course correction. So hold it, Mr. Sholmes. So, as I said before, with every single deduction, I'm not going to be rereading everything that Sholmes says, because, well, obviously, nobody wants to hear me yammer, and also mess up on words, which, also, I'm terribly sorry if I do. I'm terribly, terribly sorry. And also, I'm thinking about doing another game for my streams, because I already have the Breath of the Wild going on and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Well, why not do something different? You know, I'm gonna do another fun short game. So according to Sholmes, Mr. Benedict came here to apply for a job in order to tunnel under the sewers to get money. His motive lies elsewhere. So, what's this? Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Gina's only 5'2"? Whoa, Gina's short. Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. There's even a sketch of her hat and all. Although, if you showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher at his face for sure. So, is this man Gina's stalker? So, the info about Miss Lestrade.
Take that!
This man is a stalker! That's what he is. He's not just a criminal, he's a stalker. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and the sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbroker. Ah! How'd you see that? You originally told us that you had merely given chase to Miss Lestrade after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from her. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. I just love the way how Marino's gonna just snaps. It's cute. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windybank's pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. Hum! And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. So that cane does have a pretty big, contradiction on it. And anybody can see it because Sholmes has pointed it out like 3 separate times and hasn't talked about it. So, what's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, it's that little bit that has a nice little clacking sound. Yeah, and it doesn't actually look to be broken. The secret is actually right here.
Take that!
It's the initialing. Because who is AG? This man's name is Egbert Benedict. That would be an EB, not AG. That's to observation. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had the cane for years. Urgh. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or you found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Ooh. Well then, what is that sound? The handle? Nope. Sholmes, you were on the right track, and then you lost it again. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happening here. Oh, welcome back! Welcome back, Yami. You just missed some amazingness. But it's fine, you'll see some more amazingness. Which suggests that everything else he told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Yeah. So, if anybody was listening to that sound that happened earlier, if we turn around... My man is ripping the coat!
Take that!
Good sir! You ripped it! The split seam which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle. Yes, because the overcoat is a rather obviously poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. Man, my man has some broad shoulders. My man must have some wide and broad shoulders. How about your name? And so boldly you waylaid your pocket. So, this man is a thief! Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm cracking it wide open. Even though I guess you could say I'm in a bit of a scramble at the moment. And also, nice to hear. What really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Yeah, Sholmes, you possibly have screwed that egg. So this man was trying to steal from Gina. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue on. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article with the proper manner using the watchword? Again, this man and his movements just irk me in so many ways. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are all too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your glance. You have screwed yourself very much. The method is revealed by the council notice. Nope. So, the way the watchword can be read is not by the council notice, and no, not by the gun. Professor. Also, the reason why the word professor is in red, make sure that you remember that name. Or that word, in a sense. Professor. Just trust me. For the rest of this entire Great Ace Attorney playthrough, when I get to like the second part of the game, or the second half of the game, remember. Remember. If you do not know what the word Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article. Yes, Professor. Remember that word. Remember it. The notelet. Look at this, Mr. Sato. It appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Well, that's how we knew the word. Oh boy, so anybody can go in Mr. Windibank's and just steal.
Take that!
It's the notelet. The method is revealed by this notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has. What am I talking about? The fact that you were able to steal this coat. You were looking at that watchword and you said, oh yeah, it's Professor. Not likely, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. the jewelry broker made note of the watchword, as is his common practice. Yami, please, you're killing me here. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal words. You know what? Forget it. Forget it. Master plan! The way that man just spun again. Which means it's the final chapter of the scheme. Why are you going to such lengths to steal something from a little girl? How old is Gina? Hold on one second. Gina, how old are you? You're only 17. Why are you stealing from a 17-year-old? Spin it to win it. Yes, exactly. Have you guys ever spun an egg before? Are you quite serious? Are you dead serious, Sholmes? Yep, he does actually have a good reason. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, boy. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Benedict. Put some hollandaise sauce right on you. Actually, if you look at this man, his eyebrows are like the color of hollandaise. No, it's okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine, Yami. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So this man is going through such lengths to steal an overcoat and a freaking music disc. Oh, we already have the evidence. So it's the music disc that is for Mr. McGilded.
Take that!
He was trying to take McGilded's music disc. If anybody remembers Mr. McGilded from the third part of this streaming adventure, sadly it is no longer on Twitch. However, I have news for you. I have a YouTube channel for all of my backup streams, which I should have put in I probably should have put that in my my little info box on my Twitch channel. And I cried earlier. I'm done crying now. I cried earlier, but I'm done for now. What's that on the back? It reads, "For McGilded." Ah! Oh, hello, Duke Man. Welcome. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances. Oh, love that, dude, man. I'm sorry that you cannot hear me, but good. Okay, I get it, Yami. I get it. Jeez. A prominent man in London, though his lone monitoring, created a distinct mass of sculptures. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature, in fact. He was precisely the right size for that overcoat. No, he's not. Oh, that's alright, dude, man. I'm just happy to have you here. Oh, you're always welcome. Always welcome. Even if you cannot hear me, you'll probably hear this. Go rewatch the stream. But hi, nice to see you. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Edgar Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today is... Let's do our little dance with Sholmes. Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Oh, well, thank you for coming, though, dude, man. It was nice seeing you. Ah! We gave this man a heart attack. So, Mr. Edgar Benedict was a friend of Mr. McGilded. So, deduction complete. Elementary, my friend. And also, as I said before, please, we are approaching the end of the to be continued screen. And at that point, I'm actually going to show off something special, because you guys deserve it. I would like, this is my way of thanking all of the people who have come to my streams and also who have followed me on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Because I got into streaming thanks to my good friend Yami, who's always in my chat. He's always here, one way or another. So, Yami, I owe a lot of my streaming knowledge and streaming wishes to you. So, thank you. Thank you so much, Yami. Lots of support. Go follow Yami on Twitch. Go watch his streams. Go watch everything that he does. He's amazing. Go watch him. Support him. Do what you can to support him. Alright. Today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today would have been the 15th of February, sir. Aw, I love you too, Yami. Lots of love and support. Also, I have other roleplay idea for you later. We'll talk about that later, though. For now, let's move on. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. But that's just... Yes, the 15th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 that evening. It's precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. So there's interesting stuff going on here. Mr. Benedict doesn't look happy. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, no! You could put that down. You could put that down right now, sir. I ain't dealing with that. I must insist you hand over the music box now. Shoot me. Shoot me. You don't have the balls to do it. You don't have the balls to do it. Shoot me. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. No! Guess what? I don't care if I die. Shoot me! Do it! You don't have the balls to do it. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may as well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Hold it! Mr. Windibank! This is my shop! I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own... Dude. You could shoot him instead of shooting yourself. Mr. Windibank, don't. All right, that's enough. Okay, I see what you did there. Props to you, totally awesome, dude. So that's enough. Oh, it's Mr. Gregson! Inspector Gregson! Inspector? Oh, Inspector. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. Yes, Yami. Mr. Windibank would rather kill himself than try to help me. So, we got here as fast as we could. And what? Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. You could have helped me. You, butthole, you could have helped me. It would seem you have the upper hand. Yeah, I do. I have the upper hand. Try me. Try me, boy. Right, you lot of got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. What, petty? Mr. Windibank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell. Oh, dear. Oh, good God. And the whole of Britain could have met with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. What? What? I'm sorry, what was that pirouette ballerina move that he just did? What was that? Oh, he's getting away too. Oh, well. It's the pirouette that he did that's making me laugh. It's the pirouette, guys. You have to understand. Hold on. Did anybody see that? Did anybody just see the freaking spin that this man just did? There's been a thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. In morning. Oh, yes? Yes, that man is learning about... Actually, I used to... I love that. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. I love that, to be honest. I actually used to do ballet when I was younger. I was pretty good at it. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard. So hand it over. Oh, sure. What? No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine. I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilded has been taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capture it. It's all yours, Inspector. Gina's irritated. And so, we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over... Who's playing Animal Crossing? Sorry. Over to Inspector Gregson. And we were similarly turfed out of the shop and onto the street. And there is our to be continued. So, as I said before at the beginning of the stream, and I'll say it again at the end, this case is long. See, even this first part only took us 2 hours. If I were here doing this entire case, we'd be here for some hours. So, we're gonna save our progress. So we have investigation part 2. But we are not, nope, stop. We're gonna pause. We're gonna put it on pause. We're gonna go back to the title. And I guess we'll save again. Because the thing I want to show you guys is I mentioned that this game actually has some voice acting. And it has Japanese and English voices. I was originally going to do this when the entire series was over, but why not now? Why not? So if we go over here to special contents, we will be able to see a whole bunch of fun stuff. So I pre-ordered this game before, yes, our progress, love it. So I actually pre-ordered this game before it came out at first, and it gave me actually a few extra things that apparently are not in the regular game. Like, I got some pretty interesting stuff. But the one thing I love is I love to go to the auditorium, where we can listen to everybody's voice. Because I'm sure that you guys want to listen to these guys speak. So, I will say this, however, as much as I love this game, and as much as I talk about it, I don't like very many of the English voice actors. I really don't. I don't hate them, they're not really that good in my opinion. Especially for Ryunosuke. I understand that the people who put a lot of time and effort in this game, they did their best with what they had, but Ryunosuke, to me, his voice does not match up with what he looks like. So...
Objection! Hold it! I'm sure everyone knows by now who it is. Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
And that's one of the reasons right there. If you listen to his voice, Ryunosuke is supposed to be Japanese. However, it really just sounds like you got a British person to play a Japanese guy.
Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
And that gets on my nerves for some reason.
Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes, there's a clear inconsistency here. The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So, yeah, Ryunosuke, I'm not a big fan of his voice. I'm really not. But props to the voice. If anybody knows the voice actor to Rinosuke, props to him. You did a good job with what you had, but not a big fan of it. Susato.
Hold it! Susato Mikotoba, judicial assistant to the defense. Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have vital evidence to substantiate the defense's claim.
Okay, Susato's voice, she kind of has she has a little bit of the accent. She kind of has it, just a little bit if you really hear it in there.
It really is a dream come true. We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves, if we have to. Prepare for a Susato takedown! Hiya!
Okay, that one was just cute. That was just cute. So, Susato, I like her voice, and her voice actor did a great job. Love it. My senpai. Senpai, what do you gotta say?
Objection! Now, let us engage in the art of deduction. Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay, that line, I never actually understood what Sholmes said at the very end, where he said, now let's engage in the art of deduction. Apparently he's trying to say Naruhodo's name, but it comes out as Naruhodo. It's weird, but I love it.
So everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close. Yes, my mind is quite made up now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Now, another thing is, when I first heard Sholmes' voice, I surprisingly didn't like it. But it grew on me. It took like a few months, but it grew on me. Even Iris has voice lines.
Objection!
Her objection is the cutest thing ever.
Objection! It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
What would he be if he was an alligator? I sense a pun coming on here. Investigator! Oh my god. My guy, I swear you're gonna kill me with these puns, but I love it.
The tea's brewed, and I have some freshly baked biscuits as well. Look! I used this! It's my latest invention!
Okay, you cannot tell me that Iris does not sound adorable. Iris's voice is just... look at that face!
Look!
Wait.
Iris Wilson is proud to present her logic and reasoning spectacular.
And I love her little accent. That's the thing about me. If you ever meet me in real life, or if you actually know who I am in real life, I love people with accents. It's just amazing. I love it. It's just like amazing.
Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world.
Love you, Iris. Oh, guys, look who it is. Kazuma, I miss you.
Objection!
The laugh, just...
I have faith in you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, as a lawyer and as a friend. I'm determined to bring about change in our legal system.
Yeah, you kind of should, because freaking Kazuma. Remember, Kazuma's dead. Kazuma is dead. We saw him die on the SS Bureau. He's dead.
A Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go and cuts down anything that's in my way. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I'll put all my faith in you. No problem. And then... my other senpai. What do you mean, spoiler alert? We did this in the second part of the Great Ace Attorney stream. He's dead. He's dead. He is gone.
Objection!
Also, this man's objection.
Objection!
quintessential look of a sacrificial lamb.
A katana. Oh my god, I love it. Freaking katana.
Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you're a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur.
This man's voice, it kills me. In good ways. Like, I swear, the more you listen to this man talk, it's just amazing.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage! The prosecution refuses to accept this decision.
This has gone on long enough now. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Sherlock Holmes, you say? Yes, I've heard the name. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or some such.
I love how you two are just going at it with each other in the stream chat. We got puns, and then we got even more good stuff.
The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Concerned about me? Why? Why are you concerned? Are you concerned about the fact that I said that I like this man's voice way too much? Is that why you're concerned with me? Which, you kind of have every right to be, because I love voices. But, so, we've heard the English side. How about we listen to the Japanese side? Let's go to voiceovers, Japanese. And you're going to hear a very big difference. I mean, yeah, I know that you two are brothers. I know. Just seeing you two go at it just in my chat room is hilarious. I love it. So, I have put this to Japanese, and hopefully it's there. Oh, yep, this is a lot better. I like this.
もう言うまでもありませんね。あなたの証言は決定的に矛盾している。矛盾です。そう、矛盾なのです。
Apparently Ryunosuke has a lot more energy in Japanese.
僕は、弁護側は尋問の権利を主張します。僕は弁護士になる。必ず。
待った。被告側弁護人の法務助手、御言葉すさとと申します。
I love Susato's voice in Japanese. It's adorable.
承知しております。ほんの5分、お時間を。被告側の主張を立証する最後の証拠品を持ってまいりました。ああ、まさに夢のようでございます。
That was cute.
事件を解決いたしましょう。私どもの手で必ず。必殺すさと投げ。
Oh, I love her. I love Susato-san. Herlock Shelves in Japanese. I love it. I've actually never played all of their voices in Japanese. I've only heard Ryunosuke's and Susato's, but I love his already. Love it.
さあ、推理を始めようか。ミスターなるほど。それでは皆さん、始めるとしましょうか。シャーロック・ホームズの論理と推理の実験劇場を。
I love you, Sholmes.
どうやら真実はもうすぐそこまで来ているようだ。たった今、結論まで読み切った。他の可能性は存在しない。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして知らないとか？
Yes, Holmes. Or Sholmes, not, but words. I keep on getting it mixed up because he calls himself Sherlock Holmes in Japanese, but he's Herlock Sholmes in English. It's quite the thing. Oh, Iris sounds like a baby, and I love it.
私、アイリス・ワトソンです。どうぞお見知りおきを。
Oh, she's cute.
さあ、お茶
She's
が入ったよ。
absolutely precious.
焼きたてのクッキーも召し上がれ。
Absolutely love it.
ほら、これ見て。私の発明品なんだよ。よーし、それじゃあ始めようか。アイリス・ワトソンちゃんの論理と推理の実験劇場を。
なるほどくんは世界で最高の弁護士さんだね。
I bet you do, Yami. You cannot look at that face and tell me that you're disappointed. This is cute. Absolutely perfect.
意義あり
Oh, that laugh was a lot better.
なるほど、龍之介。俺は貴様という男を信じている。弁護士としても友人としてもな。
This man's voice is also gonna kill me. Goodness.
俺はこの国の司法を変える。刀こそ日本人の心。そして全てを断つその刃は俺が進むべき道を指し示してくれるのだ。俺に任せろ。貴様はただ俺を信じていればいい。
And last but not least, my other senpai.
意義あり
Oh, that's aggressive.
そうでなければならない。我が生贄はな。
And I love it. I love it.
気候のこと、ボルテックス卿より聞いたが、2日前にこのロンドンに着いたばかりの素人同然の留学生だとか。
意義あり
馬鹿げている。このような評決認められぬ。法を知らぬというのもここまで来ると悲しいものだな。シャーロック・ホームズか。その名前聞いたことはある。大衆娯楽小説の主人公、神のごとき名探偵だとか。実に興味深いな。日本人という生き物は。
So, as we have heard, there's a distinct difference between the English voice acting and the Japanese voice acting. To be honest, I prefer English for certain reasons, but I also prefer the Japanese ones for other reasons. But I gotta say that... Okay, I'll put it like this. Ryunosuke, I prefer him to be in Japanese. Susato, I prefer it to be in Japanese. Sholmes, surprisingly, as much as I love his Japanese voice, I prefer him in English. Iris, I prefer either one because they're both cute. Kazuma, I prefer more in Japanese, and this man, I cannot have his voice in Japanese or it'll possibly murder me. So, I prefer you in English. But I think you guys see what I mean by like, oh, their voices are very different, and I think you can see why I kind of have a little bit of a distaste towards Naruhodo's voice in English. Not because saying that his voice actor did a bad job, I just think that it wasn't what I thought it would be. I expected something just a tad bit different. But props to his voice actor in general. Props to both voice actors, both Japanese and English. If anybody knows who they are, please let me know. Please just let me know. I'd be happy to listen. But also aside from that, I mean, since we're here, I got a little bit more time to spare. I'll show you guys some little some art. You guys like to see concept art, huh? So there's a lot of concept art behind Naruhodo and stuff like that. We got various different ways of him. We're gonna get the text window out of the way because... So, if you look at some of this, you can see that Naruhodo almost ended up looking a little bit like a certain other lawyer. Almost looking like his son. Or, well, his grand... Again, I'm still trying to work out the fact of what is it in the Ace Attorney universe? Like, is Ryunosuke the grandfather of Phoenix Wright? Or is he like the great-grandfather? Is he the father of Phoenix? Like, is Phoenix this old? And to be honest, I love looking at, yes, the Phoenix Wright. I love looking at, concept art for everything because it really makes you appreciate how much time went into these games and how much effort there has been put into it. Like, stuff like this, I love it. If you have a game and you have concept art, you have won me over. So, let us observe. This is what Ryunosuke could have been. What he could have been, and then what he turned out to be. And I gotta say, that hair. Him with glasses, he would look great with glasses. And then they have little chibis. Look at the chibis. Cute. Adorable. Love it. Love all of it. It shows off his pins, the pins that he has, or Kazuma's katana, and the little armband. And then there's stuff for Susato. I never noticed that Susato wears boots, but her boots are fabulous. And she's just fabulous overall. And also, every single character has, I like to call them like little icons that they have. So that's Susato's. It looks like a Sakura blossom. Susato's just precious. Can we just get a Susato is precious in the chat? Can we just get that? That girl is precious. And this is what she could have turned out to be. She could have turned up like this. And to be honest, this gives me like some like Studio Ghibli vibes. This gives me like Ponyo vibes. Or Spirited Away vibes, whichever one. And then we have the two of them together. Gotta love it. And her shocked expression. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, I have found Mr. Sholmes' unpublished book. I would love to read it. Yes, Susato is very precious. My senpai up here, Herlock Sholmes. That is Sholmes' design that's on his sleeve. And his little icon. Sholmes is a very interesting person. If you look at this man, you're probably just like, oh, this man's a dunderhead. But Sholmes is honestly a very interesting person to this entire story. And to be honest, I'll put it like this, Sholmes is actually a very important person in this game. But we'll get to that when it comes. Sholmes also has a gun. It's a gun for technology, it's safe. And him without his detective clothes. Absolutely love it. What are you observing over there? And there's Naruhodo in the back. And this is what Sholmes could have turned out to be. Which, to be honest, I absolutely love it. Sholmes with black hair and just apparently an entirely different demeanor. And hey, there's Iris next to him. Iris with no nose. Oh, and there's Iris right there. Look at her. Look at our little baby. Iris is precious. And also very small. And oh, she has a little bear on her back. She's got a bear on her back. Iris also has 3 versions of guns. The first one, which she always carries on her. The second one that Gina has, and her bazooka. Iris also carries this cute little bag that has little mini animal versions of her. Thank you. Who's playing Smash Bros up there? And yes, Yami, here's your special little girl, your precious little darling. And Iris actually designed these. These are adorable. I want the Sholmes one, and I also want the Iris one. I want these both. If somebody can find these for me and get that for me as a present, I'd be very happy. Big preach. And this is what Iris could have turned out to be. To be honest, I like her current design, but the outfit of this design, it adds like a little bit of mystery as well as whimsy in this sort of stuff, which I absolutely love. Or she could also turn out like this. Again, still love it. Still very much love it. Iris is just precious overall. Just everything she does. Kazuma! Ah, Kazuma, you shall be missed. So that's his symbol off in the corner. And Kazuma's boots. Kazuma's got some stylish boots. Look at those things. Also, amazing artwork. Whoever did this artwork, props to you. Props to you. And this is what Kazuma could have been. He could have been the good boy of the school, so to say. The teacher's pet of the school. I actually like the fact that they were going to give him glasses, but I'm kind of sad they didn't. He looks great with glasses. And my other senpai, this man. Also, want to know something funny? Van Zieks, I believe, is actually 6'2". 6'2". Goodness gracious. And I believe that, surprisingly, I think that Sholmes is like, yeah. Yeah, true. So with Van Zieks, that's his symbol. And this man, everything about this man screams elegance. Look at him. Look at him in his glory. And this is what he could have been. This man could have had blonde hair, and to be honest, I'm glad that they did not do this to them. But also, I gotta say, I also like these designs too. Especially far right, middle's okay, the one on the left, yeah, no. And this one would have been great, but no thank you. And then they just have more stuff for the game, stuff about Susato's father, stuff about this guy, hey, nice. The judge, the old man, they have stuff for everybody here. For everybody here, they have some sort of stuff. But I believe that we have gone on long enough. I believe I have bored you guys out of existence. So we're going to call this stream here and end things off with this. So I thank you so much for coming. Thank you for listening to my little rant at the end. And just thank you just for showing up. And thank you to my good friend Yami and his brother for showing up too. Nice to always have you guys. And in the next stream for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I don't know when it will be, because in the very next stream I'm possibly going to do either Breath of the Wild or my brand new game. But whatever is to happen, just know that we're going to have fun. So, thank you guys again for coming, and as always, stay sweet, have fun. And until next time, my little pedalos. See you later.